Hi everybody, this is your 6th edition of Simple Card Monday. This is Melanie, and this is the card I'm going to be making for you today. It's a simple red and green traditional looking Christmas card, and I made this card using my Lyrical Letters Cricut cartridge. Now the cut in there was something that I thought, I wonder if people overlook a lot, because I know that I hadn't even noticed it until I was flipping through this little handbook for this card. It is it's an italic, using the italic monoline feature, and I used both the outline and the other little frame. Okay, all right, let's make this card. All right, the base of the card is cut at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 using this awesome Coordinations red paper, and then on top of that goes this cream colored close to my heart paper, and it is cut at 4 1/8 by 5 1/4. Now what I did with this is what I cut out with the Cricut. This is what it looks like. This was cut at 2 1/2 on my Cricut, and then I ran it through the Cuttlebug using the Damask Cuttlebug folder. I thought that looked kind of Christmassy. So I'm going to sand that right quick. When you sand this, because it's cut and it's got thin pieces on the sides, you're going to have to be a little gentle, because you don't want to rip this and have to cut it again. Okay, see all the mess it makes? Alright, I also have the red piece that goes on, and I did that with the Swiss Dots folder. I'm sure most of you own this one because it is a must-have. So ran it through, so I'm going to sand that really quickly. And then after I do that, I'm going to spray these with my Glimmer Mist, because it looks so pretty. And again, it goes perfectly with the Coordinations paper. It goes perfectly with Cricut cuts, and you know, with all the distressing and stuff, it just really soaks it in and looks really pretty. So I'm going to do that and demo that for you, because I've done that before, and I want everybody to see how easy these are to use, because I think people are intimidated by Glimmer Mist, and you really shouldn't be. It's really simple, and it is something that you should add to your crafting arsenal. Okay, I'm going to do the green one first. What I'm using is actually iridescent gold, which, I mean, is that Christmas or what? It's really pretty. And I'm not even a gold person. I'm more of a silver. I don't usually buy gold jewelry. But for Christmas, you've got to do gold. So you kind of hold it above and just... Now this box is my Glimmer Mist box. Just line it with paper towel. Change the paper towel after every use. That's what I do. And then just kind of saturate it. Then I take another paper towel and kind of blot the excess. And it actually dries pretty quickly, surprisingly quickly. So I'm going to set that aside, and then I'm going to do the same thing with my red piece. Okay, so now I've got my pieces sanded and Glimmer Misted, and I'm going to adhere them together and then put them on top of the white piece. And what I recommend is, for this piece, use your Zig 2A. For the other, probably your ATG gun, because it's a bigger surface area. So just adhere this. And both of these, I don't know if I said this before, but I just want to make sure, cut at 2 1/2. And that works perfectly for the standard A2 size card. Just pop that right on there. And I don't know if the Glimmer Mist is actually showing up, but it's really pretty. It's got this gold shimmer to it, and it's really nice. And then flip that over, and ATG gun is sticking to my fingers. I'm going to pop that on there. Okay, so there we go. And before I put it on the base, I'm going to stamp it. I'm going to put the ribbon on it. So let me get my stamp. Now, what I did with this stamp, this is also another new stamp from Close to My Heart. It's called Ornate Ornaments. And it's a really cute stamp set. So far, all I've been able to really use is the Merry Christmas. But it's a one-piece Merry Christmas sentiment. But I cut it like Tammy did because she's turned me to the dark side. Tammy. And I cut it so that way I could control where I wanted the Merry and the Christmas, because it's kind of a long stamp and I don't always have the room to put the whole long one there, but I thought it would be pretty stacked on top of each other. So I'm using again my red riding hood with my Close to My Heart stamp, because blasphemy is how I roll, everybody. I just, you know, equal opportunity is what I am. A little bit of everything goes with everything. Now you got to be careful with this one not to get a halo. So flip it over, try to get the excess off with your finger, because we don't want all the red. Right. Make sure it's not on your block either, because that most certainly will come through. And just so you know, underneath this little grid paper, I have my little styrofoamy stuff that's really good for the cushion that you need for acrylic stamps. And let me get my cleaner to clean that, because using red, if I use red, I like to clean it immediately. I mean, it stains, and it really doesn't matter because you can still see through the stamp, but I still like to make sure they're really, really clean. Okay, now I've got this Unity poinsettia stamp, and what I'm going to do is just stamp it with some Distress ink so it's a subtle look behind the Merry Christmas, just because I think it needs a little something. Now you can omit this part. I mean, you can make this as simple or as hard as you want to. This is Simple Card Monday, but I mean, it doesn't take much more effort to go ahead and put this little stamp on there. I'm just stamping. This is Close to My Heart. Distressing inks. You could also do that with the Tim Holtz stuff, I would imagine. And this is the paler. This is the chamomile. Okay. Now for the ribbon. This is Paper Tray Ink ribbon, and it is the moss color, the light green mossy color. And I love their ribbon. Between Stampin' Up! Ribbon and Close to My Heart ribbon, I am a fan. I like, I mean, Paper Tray Ink, Close to My Heart, and Stampin' Up! My three favorite ribbon places. Alright, so now it's ready to be adhered to my base, which is here. So, and put that right on its red base. Now, you can play with the ribbon a little bit more. I probably will after I turn the camera off. Okay, now when you cut out the green bit here, you'll have this that goes in the center left over. And I didn't want to waste it because I looked at it and I thought, well, that's a good cut. You know, Nestabilities, eat your heart out. Is that not a nice cut? It's very similar to that top note die. And I thought it might be pretty to actually stick it in the middle or inside for when I stamp my sentiment there. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. I'm going to go ahead and adhere that to the inside. And later on, when I actually assemble all my Christmas cards together and start stamping the insides and filling them out, that's where I'll stamp my sentiment. Alright guys, thank you so much for tuning in again, and I really appreciate all the sweet comments you guys leave. I mean, my goodness, you guys are the sweetest, bestest people for a blogger could ever ask for. Have a good one. Thank you.